Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. He go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't.
Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Maiyegun diary Politico. Godfatherism.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Maiyegun today. Governor of Lagos State, Sanwoolu, came out today after a few days when the Lagos State judicial panel released their report or submitted their report. And they are yet to act on the report. But the governor is asking the celebrities to come out and work for peace, not for justice. So people have been responding that justice first before peace, just like those who are unity beggars, and they will never want to look into the injustices that has become the uniform of this APC. It was Bukwari who set up or who gave the marching order for states to set up NSAS panel after the killing spree of the Nigerian security forces when they unleashed them and they massacred hundreds of peaceful protesters, mostly youth. It was Bukwari who announced that they should set up panels to investigate this as a measure to bring an end to police brutality. And it was also in the same Boko Haram's government that when the panel in Lagos released their reports, indicted the Nigerian military, indicted the federal government, indicted the Nigerian police, they rejected the reports. And Festus Otobokeyamo came out and he said, the panels are actually illegal. But guess what? Flashback to 2020 when the killing was done. And in fact, was being done. Boko Haram gave this speech.
This right to protest also imposes on the demonstrators the responsibility to respect the rights of other citizens and the necessity to operate within the law. As a democratic government, we listened to and carefully evaluated the 5-point demands of the protesters. And having accepted them, we immediately scrapped SARS and put measures in place to address the other demands of our youth. On approving the termination of SARS, I already made it clear that it was in line with our commitment to the implementation of extensive police reforms. Sadly, the promptness with which we have acted seemed to have been misconstrued as a sign of weakness and twisted by some for their selfish, unpatriotic interests. The result of this is clear to all observers. Human lives have been lost, acts of sexual violence have been reported, 2 major correctional facilities were attacked and convicts freed, public and private properties completely destroyed or vandalized, the sanctity of the palace of a peacemaker, the Oba of Lagos, has been violated. So-called protesters have invaded an international airport and in the process disrupted the travel plans of fellow Nigerians and our visitors. All this executed in the name of the End SARS protests. I am indeed deeply pained that innocent lives have been lost. These tragedies are uncalled for and unnecessary. Certainly, there is no way whatsoever to connect these bad acts to legitimate expression of grievance of the youth of our country. The spreading of deliberate falsehood and misinformation through the social media in particular, that this government is oblivious to the pains and plight of the citizens is a ploy to mislead the unwary within and outside Nigeria into unfair judgment and disruptive behavior. On the contrary, both our deeds and words have shown how committed this administration has been to the well-being and welfare of citizens, even with the steadily dwindling revenues and the added responsibilities and restrictions due to the coronavirus pandemic. Government has put in place measures and initiatives principally targeted at youth, women, and the most vulnerable groups in our society. These included our broad plan to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in the next 10 years. The creation of 75 billion Naira National Youth Investment Fund to provide opportunities for the...
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope. We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
So a year after, the same Bokwari who came out to say they regretted the lives lost, and they, for a whole year after that speech, they denied that nobody died. When the panel released this report, they also rejected it. Liam O was everywhere, telling everyone that where are the bodies? Where are their families? 98 bodies were identified, and more than 15 were confirmed to have been from Lekki Toll Gate. The killings in Lagos State in October was not just at Lekki Toll Gate. It was all over Lagos State. Mushin, Ajegunle, Ojota, everywhere. People were slaughtered by the murderous police. And guess what? 1 year after, the reason why people protested has gone worse. It hasn't changed for any better. It has gone worse. So the governor, who is yet to even admit, the one who said it was the power beyond his, he said some powerful something beyond his control, are those who gave the order to shoot at peaceful protesters at Lekki Toll Gate. So they want to work for peace. So people are now saying, if you now won't work for peace, you better go and walk alone. During the NSAS protest, one of those Sanwoolu is inviting to come and work for peace with him is Mr. Macaroni. Debo. He was beaten like a common criminal during the NSAS protest. The video was everywhere. The police brutality still continues. Nothing changed. Nothing has changed for better. It has gone worse, like I said. So people are now saying, if Sanwoolu wanted to work for peace, there's nothing wrong with that. If he wants to work, he can work for peace with other people that brought a peaceful death onto the peaceful protesters, or horrible death to the peaceful protesters on the 20th of October 2020. Or he can easily just call on others like himself, and they should take the work for peace. People would rather work for justice. If there's going to be anything at all, it should be a protest for justice, for those killed that Bokwari and gang continue to deny in death. So if you want to work for peace, Bokwari should lead, because people still want to know who gave the order. No other person gave the order than Buhari himself. Okay. However, people are not interested in, though they will still be able to move or mobilize people that will eventually work with them. There's no problem with that. So that is on that. The next one is, I don't know if you have heard, they said that the same Nigeria that launched a plane logo and they called it national carrier. The same Nigeria is now telling everybody that by 2024, Nigeria will start manufacturing airplanes. The joke is on there, many of you, especially those of you who actually take these guys serious. However, they also said they are going to borrow 3 aircraft, passenger aircraft, that they are going to use to launch Air Nigeria, the national carrier for Nigeria. This was also where they mentioned that they were going to scrap subsidy on your petrol so that you can start buying your petrol for, possibly 340 naira per liter. Now, scrapping that will save Nigeria 1.8 trillion naira. That's what they said. Nigeria will save 1.8 trillion, but Nigeria will give 5,000 naira to 40 million Nigerians every month. And when we put all of that together, it came to 2.4 trillion. They're going to steal that, right? They're going to loot that. However, this is the history of your price increase since this democracy started. So I picked this up, and I think I should share that with you before I proceed, because what I'm about to tell you comes from this chart. One sec. This.
At this meeting, chaired by the President, Muhammadu Buhari, at the State House, a number of salient memos submitted by 8 ministers physically in attendance are approved. Arising from the council meeting, the Aviation Minister announced April 2022 for the kickoff of Nigeria Air, following approval by the Executive Council.
This is the 6th time that the memorandum appeared before Council, and 6th time got lucky to be passed by Council. The very quick, maybe perhaps structure of the proposed airline, government will be owning not more than 5%. Then 46% will be owned by Nigerian entrepreneurs, 46%. So if you add that, it's 51%. So 51% majority shareholding by Nigerians. And then 49% will be held by strategic equity partner or partners. If started, and within the first few years will generate about 70,000 jobs. This airline would pick up and start, by God's grace, on or before April 2022.
Giving an update on the proposed 5,000 naira transport subsidy to the most vulnerable, the Finance Minister reveals that the relief fund will last for a minimum period of 6 months.
We already agreed it will be 5,000 naira, and we also agreed that the remittances have to be done digitally. So the e-naira will help, but also so the various payment platforms that are currently available. What we will not do is paying people in cash. The maximum will be 12 months. The minimum will be 6 months. We thought it was important to do this to give people a chance to adjust.
The minister cites various improvements in the economy, including agriculture, which grew by 1.22%, a feat she believes will...
I hope you heard that, Yabi. Aviation minister that collected 11 billion in 2018 to launch a logo that they called Air Nigeria. And it was supposed to start, it was meant to start operation by 2019. That same minister walked into the executive chamber and presented a proposal for the same project here in Nigeria. We are going to borrow, or we're going to go and, rent 3 aircrafts, paint them with Nigeria here, or Air Nigeria paint, flag that, and within few years, they are going to create 70,000 jobs. Oh dear. And it got approval. Yeah, it got approval. They're going to have to give him some money to go and perform the magic so that in 2022, Air Nigeria will start again. Did you hear the Minister of Finance, or Finance Minister? That is the lady behind all the borrowing, all the old scams of credit transfer, money transfer to the poorest Nigerians. They have they've given 500 billion to 11 million households during pandemic within 48 hours. That is the lady behind that. What they are not telling you is this. They said they want to give minimum of 6 months. They'll give you 5,000 naira. Maximum of 12 months so that you can adjust to paying 340 naira per liter. Your minimum wage is still your minimum wage, isn't it? It is. So, what they are not telling you is that as much as they love to throw figures around, yeah, Nigeria is in serious debt, like sinking in debt. The economy is in complete comatose. I always read that in the book, comatose. Something we know they move again. Something we know they stagnant, comatose, crippled. you know, something like that. When they expect generated the revenue to give them this amount, and the revenue comes back and give them this amount, yeah, so they go borrowing. And they say, he who go borrowing, go sorrowing. That is why millions of Nigerians are currently what? Sorrowing. Now, this is it. They are using 95% of their revenue to service debt. And they are borrowing money to service debt. It's like you take a loan. And in order to pay back this loan or to service it, you have to take another loan. So debt upon debt upon debt. And the only people who actually seems to give them a good deal, they are the Chinese. China gives them interest rate of between 5 and 7%. A moratorium of longer term, maybe 20, 30 years. Not like the World Bank and the rest of them, that will give them condition to go back and devalue their naira. Yeah? So they borrow here to pay another debt. And what does that mean? Continues to lead to job loss. And job loss leads to what? Leads to poverty. And that is something they are pretending to be managing by giving you 5,000 naira before you get used to it. The other one, where the northern leaders, I know you have been following that as well. 2 days ago, this fake name, I like to call them that because they are not real. They give themselves different names just to sound relevant in the media, so to say. Northern elders. They are warning Bukwari never to declare the Fulani terrorist as terrorist, even though a court has already done that. Sheikh Osama bin Gumi himself came out and he said, if you do that, now wahala, because number one, it will no longer mediate for them. It will no longer be their intermediary. Therefore, whatever it is right now is the reason why Nigeria hasn't turned to Afghanistan. That if you try to listen to what these people are trying to, you know what I mean? Then it's going to be a problem. Yeah, he said that. But the northern elders, they told Bukwari that he should be careful in declaring the terrorist. Because if you declare them terrorists, that means all the Fulanis in Nigeria, they will be treated as terrorists. And I said, wow. I wish the Igbo leaders felt same and reject or try, reject the tag of terrorism as or terrorist on IPOB. That they know have never committed any crime against anyone there. But you see those terrorists who have been kidnapping every day that we are still talking about, every day. As you're watching this video, people are negotiating their ransom, how they are going to get out of the captivity of those who have taken them. Fulani bandit, Fulani terrorist, and many other criminals who are now working in affiliation with them. Their leaders have told Bukwari, and you can tell, it didn't take them, you see, it's taking them forever. It didn't take them much time to quickly hit the media. It didn't take them much time for Malamu to quickly draft his fraudulent law, blah, 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 to prescribe IPOB. You know that? But look at how long it's been taking. It's been over a week now that a court, a legitimate court in Nigeria, after taking it into evidence, after taking into account all the activities, the terrorism, that even if the judges are those who are in the court, are they living in the moon? Are they not living in Nigeria? So with the evidence and all that, the court finally ruled that they are terrorists. The next action should be for the government of Nigeria to what? No, they are not doing anything about that because, yeah, the likes of Gumi will probably lose its relevance, and they don't want to. That's pretty much like a shooting yourself on the foot, but it's now up to us. Somebody sent me a video of when we talk about the brutality, the assaults and the killings in eastern Nigeria, it is simply because if we keep quiet, like many would, right, or many are keeping quiet, one day similar thing will happen to you, happen to people you know. You would expect the world to scream. You would expect the world to react. You will scream for justice, the injustice alone, right? And that is the reason why many of us won't just look away. So when we talk about Zamfara, you talk about Abia. When you talk about Jigawa, you talk about Abeokuta. And the reason is because, yes, every time this activity, this act of terrorism is done, right, there are victims. And the victims are just me and you, people like me and you who have hope, who have dreams. Somebody sent me a video from Iyala. It was one of those illegal roadblocks set up in eastern Nigeria where police were extorting people. And this led to a fatal incident that I think I should share with you. It is, I'm going to advise on viewers' discretion, okay? It's a bit graphic, but yeah, this happened. Somebody sent this to me, and it was done by the Nigerian police. It was done by the Nigerian security forces. When they finished, when this happened, right? They left the scene and they barricaded their own police station and ready in combat form. They abandoned their victims, the ones they killed at Ihiala.
And causing such a chaos in this manner. Can you see what is going on? They blocked this road for over 3 months now, molesting and collecting money from people. At the end of the whole thing, this is what they have given to people. Over 200 lives has been lost. Over 200 lives has been lost. This is Mazian Woboke reporting for BTV. This is exactly what is going on. These are the survivors, those that survived the whole thing. Over 200 people are lying low here, killed. Look at, can you see this? These are the people that had breath within themselves. Can you see what is going on? Thousands of people have lost their life. So many things is going on. And you see this. Look at people, look at lives. Look at lives. And the police has run away. What they went now is to reinforce themselves. Look at this. They went and reinforced themselves only to come and shoot people. The woman has lost her hand. The police has just gone to reinforce themselves. Here is Ihala police station. This is Ihala police station. What they did was reinforce themselves. Can you see this? They now went and reinforced to kill people, to kill more people. That is what they've done. They've run away. Those that came out came to protect the police station. This is what is happening here in Ihala local government. This is exactly what is going on here in Ihala local government. You see lives. Here is Ihala local government. I'm reporting for BTV. Hundreds of people. Hundreds of people. They went to bring their gun to start shooting people. You see the police. They went to bring their gun to start shooting people. They went to reinforce. They went to reinforce to kill people. Do you see what they have caused? They went to reinforce to kill people. This is what is happening here in Ihala local government. All these armed robbers in uniform. This is what they do. Look at the lot of life that has lost here. Because they are mounting checking points in the whole eastern region.
Do you get that? That's what people face every day. So, I don't know what you face where you live if you are not living in eastern Nigeria. All right? It is like everyday war, kind of. I receive videos that people just, they appear, though angry, when you see bodies of people killed. Yeah? And people are angry. People injured. Did you see that woman there? Did you see those on the floor? On the ground, rather? Yeah. And you still see people like, why are they not in any way trying to at least save those who survived that? And that is what the life is over there. That's where it is over there. Police will mount check. They have their checkpoints everywhere. And if for any reason you disagree with them, if they ask you for money, you could get killed. And that can lead to an immediate protest, and they will kill more. Your vehicle may run into a ditch that they have dug there just because they are mounting a roadblock. This kind of, and mind you, since they proscribed IPOB and called them terrorists, it was like a license to kill given to all these security forces. And another thing, right? Another shocker. Majority of them who are in those uniforms, they are also Biafrans too. Majority of them. They gave us the image of one of those DSS guys who have been forcing out confession from the people they have kidnapped as members of IPOB. The guy is an Igbo man. He's a Biafran. He works for DSS. So if you go online now, you will see his name. I can't picture his name right now. The moment they proscribed IPOB, it was a license. So when these officers, when these criminals, when they commit or kill anyone in Eastern Nigeria, all they have to do is to quickly refer to those they killed as IPOB members. Every other investigation discontinued. License to kill. Proscribed them. And then if you are an Igbo man, you are an IPOB member. Even outside the Igbo land. The chairman of Nigeria Code of Conduct Bureau Tribunal, something. Code of Conduct Tribunal. You remember that guy that beat up and beat up a security guard in Abuja at the Abuja shopping mall. And then he was shouting, "You Biafrans, you IPOB members." And they went on to release a statement from his office. And he said he was attacked by IPOB members in Abuja. So to them, every Igbo man is an IPOB member. That is what these northern elders are telling Bokwari that he must never do that too. If any court say them be terrorists, no. Gumi said, even if they are carrying out acts of terrorism, they are not terrorists. You cannot call them terrorists. But to many of us, we know they are terrorists. They are the ones who are trying to muddle it up. People got killed in Hiala local government area, and you just watch that. So when people say, who is the bigger terrorist? I think this man has an answer.
The biggest Boko Haram is the federal government itself, because it has all the powers to stop anarchy, political and otherwise in the country. Now that a substantial part of the country has been paralyzed, economic activities have stopped, people are no longer thinking of employment, they are thinking of what to eat and how to survive the following day. So how can
The federal government is the biggest Boko Haram. And that is the federal government now, the Fulani government of Nigeria. People have been saying, let me tell you something about the restructuring clamor. Majority of people knows that restructuring Nigeria, you know what that means? Restructuring means Nigeria will still be Nigeria, but everybody will be in charge of his own affairs. So to make that make sense, some said restructuring Nigeria should be back to the 1963 Republican Constitution. And the 1963 Republican Constitution gave the northern region their own autonomy, the eastern region their own autonomy, the western region their own autonomy, to raise tax, generate their own revenue, provide their security within their communities and localities, build the local economy as much as they would love to, as it goes with their people's interests. And it worked then, by the way. So, but some people are now saying, do you know what that means? Over the years, this alumajiri system of government to robbing Peter to pay Paul, is a system that is sustained on blood of others. So if you tell them to break that, you can actually just ask them to break Nigeria. What does that mean? According to those who are interested in Nigeria, the gatekeepers of Nigeria, those who are benefiting from every calamity that befalls every citizen in that place, yeah? The gatekeepers and what do you call it? What they enjoy. They know that Nigeria can only exist as long as the poorest part of Nigeria that they have made poor, they made the entire country poorer, by the way, right? But the dependency of the resources that is so embedded in southern Nigeria, the dependency on that resources by the north and the survival of the north is now hinged on that. Poverty in the northern Nigeria is monumental, no joke. And we know why. Now that they have insecurity added, that free flow of fund from southern Nigeria is the lifeline. So if you want to restructure and you take that away, you can just as well just ask to break up Nigeria so that they have no reason to still be called Nigerians when they can't have access to the resources of others. So this is where the confliction, the conflict of interest comes through from those who want restructuring. That do you really think, are you really thinking about the restructuring you are asking for? You are asking for what kind of restructuring? That they will give more power to local government, and so who still control all the leverage of the power anyway. It is the same way Nigeria is structured. The center will control it. So, oh, no, they would. Who would implement that? And how long do you think it would take for another person to come in and just abrogate everything just like that? How long? Things like that make people who propagate restructuring to kind of lose the argument. Because your restructuring will favor the South more than the North economically. And that exposure is something that will likely explode the northern Nigeria and the religious fanaticism that they have entrenched there for decades. That can explode overnight. And that's a risk. That restructuring doesn't make any sense to them because your restructuring is never the same restructuring they have done by segregating the entire country, creating states to fill in the gap of your dream of restructuring. Because the true restructuring is they will have to, they will have to back out. 1960, 1963. There was nobody that was given, nobody, Yorubas were not going to the center to collect money. We were even loaning them, we were giving them money at the center. That's how rich we were as part of that Nigeria. So going back to that means now that we have access to what we know we can build on as our resources and all of that, trust me, it will be to their disadvantage. So if you are talking about restructuring, talking about anything at all, that is what you are talking about for the northern, to take their hands off the cookie jar and let people do what they want with their resources. Let the Niger Deltans do whatever they want with their money. Let the Yorubas do whatever they want to do with their own VAT and money and every other thing. That will make the northern Nigeria even poorer. So if you ask them to restructure, the reason why they want it is because if you ask them to restructure, you can as well ask them to break Nigeria up, which is what we are actually asking. It's easier that way. It saves lives. That is exactly what the Biafrans are asking for. That's what the Yorubas are asking for. That is what the reasonable people are asking for, including some from the Arewa who believe that Maiyegun, we are not poor. We only have poor criminals claiming to represent us. And I want to believe that there used to be this granite pyramid, something that was so great historically, that many people will actually want to see that replicated, but they will never do it. Rather, they will promote Ruga for invading terrorists who are kidnapping their people, making them poorer, destroying their farmlands, killing them and all of that, right? They would rather give land or propagate or advocate to give them lands to accommodate them than keep the people that give them that power. So they told me, they said, Maiyegun, if Nigeria break up today, the northern Nigeria is not going to be poor. We're just going to get rid of the criminals who have made us poorer. I was like, it could be an eye-opener. And that's why people said, instead of asking for restructuring, why not? Some even asking for regionalism. It's the same thing. You see, anything that is going to alter what they have right now. What they have right now is Almajiri system of government, whereby they rob Peter to pay Paul. Do you get that now? Even if Peter continued to lament and complain, they would rather beat and traumatize Peter, as long as Paul keeps getting the freebies. That is the context of Nigeria. So if you decide to alter that, if you decide that, no, let us do it this way, let's do it that way, you are breaking that chain. So you may be wondering, how come it's so, why don't they want to break? That's why they don't want to break. That is why they won't invest. It's so unfortunate too, because you've had the Southerners who have been president of Nigeria too. They did not invest in the South though. So it is pretty much kind of hypocritical for us to put all of the blame on Bokwari and gang. And this is what I mean, right? Obasanjo begged the world to forgive Nigeria their debts. So from almost a $40 billion debt, Obasanjo got the debt to zero, right? And between 2015 to between 2005 to 2015, Nigeria debt already jumped again to over 40 billion. Courtesy of Obasanjo himself, Yaradua, and Goodluck Egbere, Jolantan. And for those 8 plus 5 years, right? 13 years, no single power plant was built and completed to generate uninterrupted power supply in any part of southern Nigeria. No single refinery was built or renovated to work, and made working at 100% capacity for those 13 years, right? Now, we have Bokwari, who doesn't have to care anymore. Anyway, that's how Nigeria is, right? Bokwari decided to go and borrow money. When they took loan, they decided to go to Niger Republic and increase their own refinery that used to generate 20,000 barrels of crude oil in there. To refine 20,000 barrels of crude oil a day. They took your money, went to Niger Republic, and they increased the capacity to 45,000 capacity in Niger Republic. And the Minister of Petrol of States, a former governor of Bayelsa State, an oil-producing state in the Niger Delta Creek, right? He came out to come and announce it as an achievement of Bokwari's government. The Bokwari's government has gone into partnership with a Niger refinery to be refining 40,000 crude oil of Nigeria. Meanwhile, Port Harcourt refinery has the capacity of refining more than 75,000 crude oil a day if they actually put that to full capacity. Now, not just that, they decided to go abroad to go and take a loan, billions of dollars of loan, to then lay the pipe from Niger Delta down straight to Niger Republic, where they are going to pump oil from Niger Delta, and they will to open up the tap in the Niger Republic, right? From there, they can sell the Niger Delta crude oil to the rest of the deserts and every other person. From there, all over the world. Now, they borrowed the money, they took a loan to do that. And they came to celebrate it as a big milestone that they are going to take oil through pipeline. And they're going to take how much is that project? 6-point-something billion dollars project. They took loan. They will build that. Meanwhile, a refinery built with $2 billion or $3 billion can possibly refine more than 20,000 barrels of crude oil a day, create jobs for those people, for those young people in Niger Delta and all the environs, right? Create a good paying job for them. But no, would you blame him? Yeah, would you? A minister who comes from Niger Delta as well, a minister, a former governor of Rivers State, Amechi, that is Judas Iscariot. They call him Ubima Judas Iscariot. So Judas Iscariot, who is the Minister of Transportation, for this for the past 6 years, he has been doing everything to prove to the rest of you that Niger is more important than Nigeria. And you should get that. Once you know that, you will know peace. So how would you blame Bokwari when a minister justify, taking a loan to build rail line into Niger Republic, and they begged them in Niger Republic to let them build them the rail train from Nigeria? And when he was asked, why not do the same in Nigeria, where it is pretty much economic viable, people will pay back, it will create jobs and make life much easier, he condemned it. Do you have money to, he couldn't defend that, right? With that. So would you then blame Bokwari for any reason? So that's why people are asking, you know what? Just break it up. Make it easier on everyone. Break it up. If there's going to be any conversation about Nigeria, it should be about all this imbalance. And if you identify them as I have, right, it's so easy and straightforward. If you want to still be part of Nigeria, yeah, that means you have to continue to give those freebies. If you don't want to give those freebies anymore, there's no point in pretending we want regionalism, we want restructuring, we want this or that. We are pretending if you continue to do that. I know the process of referendum is a long one. But how about we begin to tell ourselves the truth, what we really want that can give results? And that is conversation around how to part ways peacefully, how to live without what Bokwari has turned the self-determination struggle into. And honestly, it's not just going to be Bokwari. I was reading, these people who got released. They were arrested as MASSOB members. Do you know that? Just same thing that is going on right now in the eastern Nigeria. MASSOB was under who? I think it started under Obasanjo. And MASSOB was under Jonathan too. Right? People were picked up. A man, 15 of them, right? 15 of them. Or sorry, about 15 of them. They have been in detention for more than 14 years. Majority of them were picked up randomly. And they were accused to be members of MASSOB. That Unwazurike's Biafran team. Many innocent people, including one of them. One man said he opened his shop and he told the boys in his shop that he's going to be back in the next 5-10 minutes. He wanted to quickly pick something up from another store. That was the last time they saw him. The next thing that he heard was that he's been arrested as a member of MASSOB. They took away about 14 years of his life. They locked him up. Him and many others who got released. That is what is going on right now. This happened not under Bokwari. It happened under Southern presidents. So that's why I told people, I said, listen, if Bokwari is not there tomorrow, and they bring another Yoruba man as a president, or another Igbo man, even if they actually try to play it better, and then put wools over our eyes. But suddenly they all change and they say, yes, we agree that the Igbo should be the president if we really want to heal, if we want to really recover from the division and this country's issue, right? And they make an Igbo man president. You can take this from me free of charge. If you hold any flag anywhere for Yoruba nation, if you hold any flag anywhere for Biafra, that your Yoruba brother as president, that your Igbo brother as president, he will give the order for them to shoot and kill you. If you are lucky enough, when they pick you up, they can make you disappear forever until you are no longer a threat to them. It is what it is. It is Nigeria. It is not just about the person there. Boko Haram just came with a personal vendetta which he felt like Gowon did not let them complete in 1960, between 1967 and 1970. He had this personal disdain for the Igbos, and he never hid that. He never, ever. That is why when they were trying to sell him to everybody, right, they told you that he had an in-law who was an Igbo man. He's a personal driver. He's an Igbo man. Obina from Oka is this and that is this. His personal doctor is an Igbo man. Just to let you know that people knew that he had that personal kind of. It's not alone, no, there are many like that too. But, you know, he had that personal grudge, unfinished business with the Igbos. So when he grabbed the power, that's why it's easier for him to unleash the military openly on them as we speak today, as you are hearing this. But if Boko Haram is no longer there tomorrow, take this from me free of charge. An Igbo president, he will give the order for them to arrest you. He will give the order for them to shoot you for holding Biafran flag. You know why? Because it's Nigeria. Maiyegun General ask those who got picked up by Obasanjo during the OPC saga. But OPC was this, that. I said, okay, fine. Is it not just something they need to actually use to nail you? It doesn't take a rocket science. So, it is easier for everybody to continue to demand for easy separation. There is no point in hiding behind all fallacies, lies, or pretense and all of that. For example, if a Yoruba man become president, is going to give approval for state police. Obasanjo just told you he will give you state police. He never gave you. He will never give you that. Anything that would take away their power, the power that they can call their police to start clamping down on you, attacking you, crushing you here and there. That power is a personal power that Nigeria gives to them. They don't give that away. Oh, the power that make the state governors to steal the money from local government. That is their own inheritance. They call it power that you can't take away from them. Even the federal government they won't give it to them. So there's no point in asking for any restructuring that gives more power to this and that if you are really genuinely asking for something that will last. And that is why referendum is not war. They can become a commonly used word because it is the right thing to do. Let people this. That's why I said, listen, if you see anybody standing up and they say this person is speaking up for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and or Oluye Sunday Igboho, and there are people who have spoken up against them before, who have condemned them or even threatened to what do you call it, to destroy them and all of that. You see, there's something you should know. If they now turn around to start talking better about you, great. That doesn't make them your friends, right? It doesn't make them your enemies either, okay? Because even at the end of the day, now all of us go disagree to agree. Oh, you get that now? Those who don't believe in the breakup of Nigeria, right? And those who believe that there should be a Biafra, there should be a Yoruba nation. That is why the word referendum means something. Referendum means that everybody will have a chance to decide what they want and where they want to be. And that choice, that chance is democratic. That is what the Nigerian system doesn't want to gamble with. But you as a person who believes strongly in Yoruba nation, who believes strongly in Biafra, you must also know that there are those who don't. So you can't hate them. You can't call them enemies. You can't, you know what I mean now? It simply means in a country where you want to actually, where the majority are going to get to, to leave, when the majority eventually vote for Biafra, you are going to see those who are going to still live there. They are still going to be Biafrans anyway, even if they never agree. They are. Let me tell you something. When you go out there and you talk about referendum, right? Referendum is a democratic process where people will choose yes or no. Do you want this? Do you want that? No, yes. The reason is because there will always be those who don't agree. So if those who don't agree are more, right? That doesn't turn those of you who wanted that thing into an immediate enemy. And they shouldn't turn them into an immediate enemies too. Maybe it's just, it will just be more job to be done. So you should know that there are those who are never going to agree. Now, eventually, if Biafra come, when Biafra come, right, they are still going to be Biafrans. You can't call them sabos. You can't call them enemies. You can't call them this and that. You can't hate them. It is democratic. So you cannot be asking for a referendum on one hand. And on the other hand, right, you are also autocratic with people who says, no, we don't want that. No. It is a mindset that actually scares people away too. People are going to passionately tell you why Biafra should not happen. You are going to tell them too passionately why Biafra it is. Now, all of you are going to be out there talking to those who don't even have passion for either of them, either to be in Nigeria or to be in Biafra. They just want to live. They just want to exist and live normally. Go to, you know what I mean? You have to have that. You shouldn't be walking about whenever you, maybe on social media now, right? And somebody says, no, Biafra, we don't need Biafra. We need one Nigeria. And you go there, Ewu Awusa, Ewu Fulani, bastard of this and that. That is not how to sell Biafra. That is not how to sell referendum. Because you know what? If eventually a day comes that we say, let us have a referendum, let everybody go and decide. You cannot call people Ewu. You cannot call them Sabo. You cannot call them all different horrible names because of their understanding of why they should want this or not. You would have to take a new line. And I'm saying this to you because, you know, in my own way, I have on here on Temple of Truth, I have a way of trying to help people kind of see things, you know, in a different ways and in the way to make them even better people, better person. And I've had, you know what I mean? I've had feedbacks from people who have said, Maiyegun, I actually reason with you. Yes, you might be emotional, raging, this person, this, that person, that. But at the back of your mind, you must also be rational too when you are emotional. Rational means people are going to tell you, no, we don't want it. Do you get that now? You're not going to say, are you mad? Come here. What do you mean you don't want it? You see our people are leave me alone. I don't want it. I don't want it. You know what I mean? You can't force them. It's going to scare them away. I don't think if we don't have that mindset, the mindset of knowing that people have the right to say they don't want to be part of it due to their understanding of the subject matter, you that knows better should make it your job of talking to them. Oh, why do you not like it? Why do you not want to be part of the Biafran struggle? Talk to them. Have a chat. You may not be the type that, and let me tell you something, it makes a lot of difference, by the way. Yeah? I don't like all this Biafran, this thing and all of that. Why let us all stay together and all of this? Do you mind if I ask you why you don't like all this Biafran stuff? It doesn't make any sense, you know. This Nnamdi Kanu, this Nnamdi Kanu, that, blah, 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 blah. No. Okay. Talk to them. Tell them what they don't know. And at the same time, do not always expect them to agree with you on the spot. But guess what? If you have 2-3 minutes to tell them that, well, let's leave Nnamdi Kanu out of it for now. Do you really think Nigeria is worth keeping? I mean, and if you think so, can you give me some reasons? Like, let's talk. Then engage them until they are in talking mode. Then throw that Biafra in again. Throw that Yoruba nation in again. Do you know that we have the capacity of being this? But we can't. Because number one, we don't have this, we don't have that, and we can't get this and that if we continue to be this or that. Do you know that? But I understand. But at the same time, what do you think if we do it differently? I mean, what is it going to cost us? What are we going to lose? Nigeria has taken a lot from us. We have seen it. Look at that. Our people are more poorer. The politicians are in bed with them. They are all together. But what do we have to lose? If we demand for something different, have something better, what do we have to lose? When you begin to talk to people that way, it doesn't mean they will agree. And it doesn't mean they will disagree with you. And at that point, they may tell you, I never saw it that way. Well, I just made you see it that way now. That is the kind of mentality I like. Somehow, you know, I don't know, maybe because I work in the customer service, what have you, where you have to listen to people, where you have to talk to people. You know, people have their own preferences. You know, people have their own, you know, they have their fear about everything. And people fear what they don't understand. So if you talk about referendum, you must also know that referendum means talking to people to accept what is generally beneficial. Biafra is beneficial. Tell them how. Don't call them names. Even if they are so annoying, there are so many annoying people on social media. Those who generalize. All these Igbos are this and that. And you, being an Igbo man, you just be so angry. My friend, don't talk like that. You are still being nice. Then say, my friend, shut up, Joe. All of you Igbos, that's how you do. Then everybody just come there. Look at this idiot. Look at this bastard. Look at this. Look at that. I say, waiting. Be a different person. It works. It does. Because a referendum is not war. At the same time, we should also check how we are giving the messages. There's nothing you're going to tell anybody on the street of Nigeria, by the way, that they don't know. They do know. There's no promises you're going to make to them that they have never heard of before. They've been told many. It's just for you to tell them that there's nothing that can change at all if they don't change the way they do things. Give them a new cause. Give them a new reason to believe. Give them a new reason to hope. Tell them something that they can live for. Yoruba nation is worth living for. Their children, their children's children. The word of mouth travels far, farther than you can imagine. Say them positively. Talk to people. Restructuring is fraud. Regionalism is fraudulent. Because once you put everything on the table, an average Fulani, Hausa Fulani, and every other northern political bloc, they will see through it. They are not dumb. So if you want to bring anything onto the table, bring a total breakup on the table. And if you are not bringing anything so close, it is just political, you know what I mean? Political brinkmanship or political sportsmanship, they call it. I'm going to open my line. I said I was going to open that a few days ago. I didn't. So tonight I'm going to open that to everyone who wants to call in and make their own contribution. For those who are looking forward to the Swagger 23, I hope you get it. And I hope you get exactly what you deserve. The mourning time, the crying time, the reason why you will end up asking for Nigeria to break up yourselves is about to happen to you. So Nigeria happens to people differently. But the way it's going to happen to those who are hoping to hold on to Nigeria longer than usual is kind of more scarier. And you see, I picked this up, by the way. I picked this up and I said I was going to share with you. It is Abike, if you don't mind.
Okay, you've been listening to Madam Abike Dabiri Erewa, and I told you we have a journalist who wants to join the conversation. I don't know if he can hear us. He's been very passionate about Itunu's death, unfortunately. But he's not. I can't hear him right now. To be very honest, I can't hear him. I'm trying to, see if he wants to ask any question. Lagos Talks. Good evening.
Right. So, my name is David Dane, and I'm the journalist who actually broke the story about Itunu Babalola in March.
That's about the lady Itunu Babalola that was killed at Ivory Coast prison. Yeah. And Abike Dabiri on radio program when somebody was calling in, and that was David. When David was calling in, Abike was like, no, I don't want to talk to. But I have a caller. Hello there.
Hey, hello, Maiyegun General.
Hello, Baba. Sorry for keeping you waiting, by the way. Your name and where you are calling from, for the sake of our listeners. Can you hear me? Right. I think the line is bad. So I'll take... Hi there.
Hello.
Hello, ma.
Good evening, my brother. Long time. God bless you.
God bless you.
God bless you for this wonderful job that you are doing, because definitely you are opening a lot of eyes and ears into what is going on and how we are meant to respond to each other. Those who are not in support of restructuring and those who want total breakup. You've mentioned something very important. It's not about war. Restructuring, break it up is not a war. It is about explaining to each other the way forward. I really appreciate that, because I think a lot of us have learned from that we do not need to fight each other.
No.
And why the Babianla will not want Nigeria to break up. You've mentioned it. They are the ones stealing from the cookie jar. And they know how to bribe the so-called the crumb eaters, the
the all risers.
They call themselves politicians. They are nothing but agberos.
Parasites.
Agberos, a political agberos. And what I mean by political agberos, they eat the crumbs on the tables, and not even on the table, under the tables.
Most times, yeah?
Yes, they are called political agberos. Those are the people that are being given tokens, and they don't want Nigeria to break because of the crumbs they are eating on the ground. And whether they like it or not, the country has gone back to where it came from. The country is, if you check on eBay, because every day I go on eBay, and they put the country on eBay. Let's see who is bidding. Because you can see that everything is deteriorating, is going down, and the ship is sinking fast. And they are pretending as if nothing is happening. They are pretending as if everything is okay. That you can see a typical example of the lady Abike Dabiri that does not even want to talk to anybody.
That's it. Nobody wants to take responsibility. That's another thing, by the way. Like, everybody knows what's going on, but nobody wants to take responsibility. They kill people in Lagos. The government doesn't want to take responsibilities. The killers are walking free. The government is asking for peace walk. Like, how does that correlate? How do they work? No justice. And I mean,
and it makes me wonder, how do these people are on how do they sleep at night? Because I haven't called the shot. Till now, I do ask who ordered the shooting. Somebody invited those so-called killers to come and kill those innocent children.
That's right.
And till date, nobody comes out to say, okay, we are sorry. It is a mistake. That country is the country that finds it so difficult to apologize for their wrongdoing.
No, they double down. That's what they do. If you catch them doing any wrong thing, they will double down. Say, now you make me do them and all that. It's mental. Thank you so much, man.
You can see the killings of the innocent people in the eastern part of the country.
Mm-hmm.
The so-called Babianas that they brought from everywhere, all over Africa, they brought those so-called killer men.
Mm-hmm.
And those went on rampage, killing innocent Nigerians. And nobody dare challenge them. If you challenge them, they come for their head.
That's right.
For God's sake, break the fucking shit up. And let's have peace. The only way out of this so-called nonsense is to break it up. Whether they like it or not, they should mark it. This breakup has started already. And it's not going to stop.
It's obvious. Thank you so much, ma. Let me take another call. I've got another call up there. And thank you so much for opening the floor tonight. So, hello there. Yes, sir.
I greet you.
I'm greeting you too. How are you tonight? So that's Ahmed, is that?
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Can I
Lafia Lao, Mandala.
Yeah,
Mandala. How are you, Ahmed? It's been a while.
Fine, it's been a while.
How is the message?
The last time, they're all doing fine. You know, the last time you had the People's Parliament, I tried to get on, at least to use the opportunity to say hello to people. Basically, I picked up some.
Please go on. I don't know what is wrong with Ahmed's line.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me? So I just want to speak to the Yoruba brothers like a few minutes. Mo fẹ́ fi Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ sí wọn. Yorùbá mi lè máa tàn mọ́ràn bọ̀ mo fẹ́ fi Yorùbá sọ bóyá òdì wọn máa torí inú máa ń bí mi tí n bá lọ when I see comment inú máa ń bí mi pé ṣé àwọn èèyàn wá yẹ olórí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn for goodness sake. Èmi tí mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ilẹ̀ Haúsá lọ bí mi sí mo gbé dàgbà kò sí nǹkan tó téèyàn kan lè sọ fún mi nípa Haúsá tí mi ò mọ̀. Àwọn ẹni tèmi bá dàgbà nìyẹn. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́, mi ò lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá, mi ò lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ any other language. Most of my friends, childhood school friends that.
Sorry, we're having connection problem with Ahmed's line. We'll wait again. Ahmed, is that you?
Hello, my.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Good to have you back.
So,
please continue.
People won't understand. Tí n bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, torí mo máa ń sọ̀rọ̀, tí n bá post nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀, most of my friends, they understand wọn máa ní pé, bàbá, kìnnì kan, they understand, we understand ourselves. And wọ́n mọ ibi tí mò ń lọ, wọ́n mọ ibi tí mo ti ń bọ̀, wọ́n mọ ibi tí mò ń lọ. So, ìwọ ọmọ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ pé, mọ àwọn people, you don't know them, you don't know what they have for you, you don't know how they have been programmed. Téèyàn bá wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ fún yín bó ṣe yẹ ká ṣe nǹkan wa ẹ máa takora yín ẹ máa tako àwọn tí ń gbége torí àwọn olórí kan tó jẹ́ pé you don't even see you as a Muslim or rí ẹni Mùsùlùmí òdodo wọ́n máa ń.
Sorry, it's also that line issue. Hopefully, Ahmed is back in time. Let's see. So, nobody...
Hello,
Oh, great.
Hello.
Ahmed, you are back again, please.
Yeah, I'm back again.
Please.
So, what is wrong? People say they might understand the pull number to your cabaret in pull this. Caring for town pull para one. Oh, yeah, it's about the first culture Igbo at Yoruba ló fẹ́ súnmọ́ ra wọn. Àwa Hausa àti Fulani kò sí nǹkan kankan pọ̀. Àwa àti Igbo ni culture wa tiẹ̀ fẹ́ súnmọ́ ra wọn. Ló jẹ́ kájọ máa ṣe nǹkan pọ̀. Bọ̀ ẹ máa jókòó, ẹ máa bú lórí àwọn.
Sorry, we keep having problem with Ahmed's line. Sorry about that. It's connection issue with this WhatsApp calls. Ahmed.
Why I'm saying this is because there is one particular guy I saw in the post. It's like an alpha, tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa jókòó wọ́n máa gbèsè lórí wọ́n máa gbèsè torí wọn mo ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ sí mo sọ yìí tó bá jẹ́ kéwú ni most of them kéwú tó wà bọ̀ àfi kéwú wa láti dààmú àwọn èèyàn à ń ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe as human being we reason like human being we know what we are supposed to do abroad la wà àríbọ̀ ṣe é ṣe nǹkan àrí bí àwọn mọ́sálásí gbogbo ẹ̀ tó ṣe é ṣe nǹkan wọn. The way they help people. Why are we Yorubas? Why are we like this? When are we going?
Ahmed, you know what people told me? They said, have I observed that the Buhari Media Center, they are mainly Southwest people of Yoruba extraction. Now, if you see those who are defending Buhari as Southerners, if you see those who are defending Buhari as Southerners outside Nigeria, you realize the majority of them are Yorubas and Igbos. You get that? They're mainly Southerners. And you'll be wondering, like,
why? You don't even know anything about these people. You don't know nothing about them. You just say, they are part of. You don't know anything about them. I know their reason. Maiyegun, I'm talking to you because there are some things that happened when I was much more younger. To the bit about the way Toshiman sorrow. You know, sometimes when you talk, even before now, before I begin to listen to you, I used to listen sometimes that. But when I started like listening to you, I started.
Because it's easier to compare. It's easier to bring the memory back to life, especially if you grew up in areas where, I mean, things that are becoming big things today, they used to look like so ordinary back then. People thought out those things.
Maiyegun is just like Maiyegun was there. You were there when all these things was happening, you know? Seriously, Maiyegun is thinking, man.
God bless you, Ahmed. Thank you so much for tonight.
No problem. I'm so sorry there's lines.
I know we're having issue with that line. I hope it's better the next time. Yeah. Thanks, Baba.
Yeah.
You have a good one. Send me word to the family. So, Ahmed, you know, I've got another caller, another brother on the line. Hello there.
Yes, Maiyegun.
Yes,
good morning from here.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from? Sorry.
My name is Anekwa. I'm calling you from Kenya.
Oh, Anekwa from Kenya. Did you say?
Yes, Anekwa from Kenya.
Anekwa from Kenya. Grant, go on, please.
Yes, Maiyegun, I haven't had the opportunity to talk to you since after the Anambra State election because when I saw your analysis of the Anambra State election and the reason why the DOS of IPOB had to cancel the seat at home, when I saw your analysis, Maiyegun, I was very happy, you know, because some of the people we looked up to seized that opportunity to start a very, you know, bad blackmail campaign against IPOB and the leadership. And I don't know if you noticed, What went on and what has been going on is very shameful from people you never expected that from. You understand what I'm saying? But when I saw your analysis,
I mean, you remember that time. Yeah, you remember that time, yeah, when we felt like if they didn't slow down, they would have done worse and blame it on IPOB. And by now, we will still be talking about it because they will still probably be killing people for that what happened in Anambra. But suddenly, unknown government just stopped in Anambra. How this whole thing just stopped after the election. But before the election, it was like IPOB is going to blue Anambra. But I get what you mean. Go on.
So I don't have much to say. I just want to say a very big thank you, for your understanding. At least you saved some souls because those guys, they were able to deceive a lot of people, and a lot of things are going on in IPOB, if you notice. And I thank God for the kind of management that IPOB has. That they will be able to come out from this.
Anekwe, you know what? It is a storm in a teacup. Whatever is going on within IPOB now, right? Is a storm in a teacup. It's not in a big deal.
It is over already.
So it's not anything biggie, right? But I'm glad you came up with that. So it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and keep up with the good work. Thank you.
Stay safe, Baba. Have a good one too. Yeah, nice one.
You too.
That's Anekwe from Kenya. There are so many things that sometimes make you retreat. Sometimes don't be saying you surrender, but at the same time, you can be strategic with withdrawal. That's what happened during Anambra election.
My king.
Prince.
My king, good evening.
Good evening to you, sir. How are you?
I greet you. I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm solid. I'm well. And it's good to hear from you again. Good evening.
Yeah. Good to hear from you. I'm so lucky I got through to you today,
At least we opened the line.
Listen. Yes. Listen, I listened to Abike Dabiri. This woman is just I don't know how to express it, So I don't look like I'm spoiling your program with harsh words.
You know that this is Maiyegun. This is Maiyegun's diary, Politico, right? You can always say whatever you want. Say whatever comes to your mind, as long as you feel better about it.
Yes, she's just a political prostitute, She's just prostituting that that office she created for herself, all around Europe now, there's this thing called NIDO. She's the one that formed that during Jonathan or Obasanjo region.
I remember it, NIDO, I remember. Then they changed to NIDCOM now.
Yeah, NIDCOM now, yes. So since Buhari came in, people did not give her any face.
No.
So she became irrelevant. But they are still parading themselves as NIDCOM, She was the one that Pantami chased away from office, from that his building office that time.
So I was going to add that, but you just said it.
Yes. So she has been useless. A useless person, but she's waiting for her time to become relevant again. That's why she's just carefully waiting. A useless person, she doesn't give a damn about Nigerians and their problems everywhere.
Baba, a Yoruba girl.
Yeah.
They contacted her since last year. They contacted the embassy in March this year. They brought the story out again. She was aware. She said, hey, we are taking it over. We're going to get her out. Blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
The Yoruba girl since March until she died.
Yes. Yes. She's useless. That woman she's not doing anything, just waiting patiently until maybe Tinubu becomes president, then she'll become relevant again. Yes. Just useless woman, just seeking relevance, not doing anything. That NIDCOM is supposed to be going after Nigerians in problems and helping them out, assisting the embassies. But she's not doing and she has representatives all over the world that you see her do. Useless people like her, parading themselves as NIDO chairmen in different countries, Sweden, Germany, France. NIDO useless. If you see those kind of people, they are useless people. The most useless set of people. Just sitting down in those positions, saying they are there for Nigerians. Which Nigerians? They're not there for anyone. They're just political jobber. See the way that person, God bless that person that took a camera to that radio station. That is exactly what she is.
She was scared.
You see how
she's been talking, one thing, in that program, she's been talking about what they tried to do. She was blaming, even blaming the girl. Guess what? Then David just called in. David Udein. the guy who exposed the whole thing, the guy who traveled to,
Yeah.
When the guy called in, I say it's David. Oh boy, Mama just para. No.
Exactly.
Like that.
She thought it was just a radio station that nobody was videoing.
They won't see her.
But she was not lucky. I beg, Baba. Baba, post that thing. Post that video on your Facebook. I beg.
You can actually see. You can go on YouTube and search for Lagos Talk. Right? It's a Radio Nigerian program. Right? I'll play the full one now, please. It's actually good to hear from you.
Okay, you've been listening to Madam Abike Dabiri Erewa, and I told you we have a journalist who wants to join the conversation. I don't know if he can hear us. He's been very passionate about Itunu's death, unfortunately. But he's not. I can't hear him right now. To be very honest, I can't hear him. I'm trying to, see if he wants to ask any question. Lagos Talks. Good evening.
Right. So, my name is Maiyegun General, and I'm a journalist who actually broke the story about Itunu Babalova in March. Now, I have it's a very simple question. Now, what was said in the aftermath of Itunu's death repeatedly was that there was no money. The commission is underfunded. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is underfunded. There's basically no money. That's how come for 8 months it was impossible to raise.
No, number one, that is not even true. No, sorry. That is not true. No, why would people... It's like
that did not happen.
Let's hear from David. Please, let's hear from David. We want to balance. Right? We want to balance the conversation. Yes, no, we've not heard from him.
I don't understand why it's okay for Abike to come on radio and say things that are false. I don't understand why that is okay. Who opened an account?
Okay, so what is
the man's account details. I got his account details. I uploaded his account details on my Twitter page. His name is there. It's his account. He is the one who gave me his account. So what do you mean by somebody opened an account? You said this on Channels TV Sunrise, and you inferred that I was trying to.
Let's hear from David. Let's hear from David.
Who pursued Itunu's case for 8 months? What were you doing? And now you are going on TV accusing me of trying to profit from her death and saying that I'm trying to promote my blog.
Listen, somebody.
How dare you?
She said, David. She said somebody. She didn't say you.
So I'm surprised it's even you. I didn't know it's with you.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Oh God, you.
Abike,
see, princess. Abike, Auntie Abike of the NTA of old. That's fine, sister. There are so many young girls. We're looking for to be like her.
Maiyegun.
Princess.
Good evening.
Good evening to you, ma. How are you?
I am very fine.
Good. Now you are live.
David, Yeah, David Unday. Ibikíbi táwọn yẹ bá wà mú máa kí wọn kú oríire o. Tán bá ń fi ọmọ tọrọ David yẹn èmi fi tọrọ o. Ọmọ tó dúró sídìí òótọ́ tí ò fi àmúlùmálà ọmọ ní o, ọmọ dẹ̀ ló máa jẹ́ ojúlówó ọmọ gidi ni.
No doubt.
Abike Dabiri wèrè ìgbàgbé ń pé àárín GRA nínú Ìkòròdú àwọn tọ́jọ́ ń gbé bẹ̀ ó gbàgbé pé òun nílé ń bẹ̀ ìyá òun fìyà òun síbẹ̀. Lórí burúkú ni gbogbo àwọn eléyìí. Olórí burúkú àbúrò olóṣì gidi gan. Bí kinní ìṣe ta mí lára tó mi ò wò dé bíbá 30-second video yìí ni mo wò rí mo dẹ̀ post ẹ̀ lánàá sórí status mi. Àwọn olóṣì tọ́jọ́ jẹ́ set kan náà gbogbo wọn lọ́jọ́ rí. Èmi between you and I, Maiyegun, we just need somebody to say, let's move. People are tired. People are hungry. People are suffering. if you know how much people spend on charity every now and then, ebi power, everyone know, ebi power, omo tije, ati lozo tita ati sanwo, àwọn tí change wà lọ́wọ́ wọn gan ara ń ta wọ́n báyìí.
Ara ń ta mí díẹ̀ kí n má parọ́ náà. Mo wà mo
ara ń ta àwọn èèyàn, ìyà ń jẹ àwọn èèyàn Maiyegun. So where do we go from here? Tí wọ́n bá fi owó lépo, tí a bá bọ́ síta, káwọn èèyàn ya máa wọlé mọ́ ká wà níta ń bẹ̀. People are not living anymore. They are barely surviving. So there is nothing that said dúró ṣe mọ́ pé ká move. Restructuring nǹkan tí ò yá àwọn èèyàn. There was somebody in the comment section. I just decided not to engage that person because I love my my good mental health, and if you're not on the same level with me, I don't want to roll with you.
That's right.
Believe whatever you want to believe. If you're on this platform and you're new here, it is just a matter of time. The journey between point A and point B, time lo ma take while liberate eventually.
Eventually, that's right.
So coming around because I don't know how long you've lived in the West or how long you have stayed there or the crumbs you're eating and you're comfortable with it. Most of our way, if they should give a proper Nigerian an American passport and $1 million USD, away yo wola mamuko sintefelo shel America. Ibi tí ò dá lè ṣe fẹ́ sọ̀nà òun. Tẹ́bátúndọ̀ wọ́n tún ní kẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fákátá bẹ́ẹ̀ fákátá ẹ̀gbàwé ẹ ló ń ti gbà lọ́hùn ni now. Yes, it is what it is. Tí ilé yín bá da àwọ̀ yín láti máa rí ẹ̀ ní láti bọ́ sórí títì. You don't need to be out there. So you people coming around and saying the West is not our problem, the West is not the one. What do you know about the West? How the fuck are you? What do you know about them? Ṣé àwọn kan ló da wúrú pọ̀ mọ́ ṣàpàní tọ́kọ yẹn lẹ́pọ̀ méjì yẹ? How am I related to a Fulani or an Hausa person? Why should I be in a country with somebody that I do not even understand their language?
Or possibly doesn't.
Why should you bring religion into a secular country? Yeah. Why should you bring people that feel I'm inferior to them? You know, why should I be with them? Are people in the UK that don't speak the same language? You're telling me the West is not the problem? The West that you don't exist until they show up? You know the amount of time all these are big brothers failed YA 7-6 years because they were unable to pass English? Do the Westerners pass your indigenous language before they move forward in life?
No.
See, if you're high on idiocy and mentally not stable, come to the comment section and act like, so I just tell you're right and you're right and that's it.
You decided to hold your response till when you call it instead of replying that. I like
I'm
that.
telling you, yes, you are right. I tell you are right. I just want to be on my own.
That's right.
Buhari, Nollywood, swagger, kill them there.
Amen.
Olórí burúkú wọn wà lẹ́yà, wọn ọ̀yá, wọn wà lóru, wọn ọ̀ràn, wọn wà fọ̀nà fọ̀ṣù, wọn fọ̀nà tó wọn fi ṣúlẹ̀. Gbogbo wọn ṣàṣẹ́wó títí, àwọn ọmọ wọn tún gbẹ́sẹ̀ aṣẹ́wó yẹn mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo àwọn Nollywood, àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn. Tó wọ́n tẹ̀lé pásítọ̀, wọ́n tẹ̀lé Táíwò Àfọlábí, àwọn olórí burúkú, àwọn ẹrú owó. Ẹ̀wọ̀n owó kákàkiri, ayé àwọn ọmọ yín bàjẹ́, àwọn tó ń bá yín sùn bá àwọn ọmọ yín sùn.
ẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ́ pé gbèsè ayé yìí ti tán. Ẹni tó bá pariwo swagger láti rọ kìíní dé rọ kẹrin ní òfò máa ti ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Wọ́n á ṣòfò ńláńlá, wọ́n á ṣe òfò kéékèèké.
Àṣẹwà ẹ má ṣe pé mọ́, bọ̀ yìí tẹ ṣẹ́yìn àrọ̀.
Bọ́ èyí tí wọ́n ti ṣẹ́yìn bóyá máa rí nìyẹn.
Lágbára àwọn tó ní temple of truth yìí, and anybody if you need the truth anyway, yeah, you'll be free. So èmi ò ní bá pariwo swagger, ìwọ tó bá fẹ́ pariwo swagger.
Àwọn táyé wọn bàjẹ́, àwọn olórí burúkú. Tẹ́ bá ti ń pariwo swagger yẹn báyìí, swagger yẹn ló máa pa yín lẹ́yìn kọ̀ọ̀kan. Á pa yín láti ràn kìlídé ràn kẹrin ni. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú jáde.
You said something, no princess. Anything about increase the petrol next year? Oh, you could trigger. Let's hope.
Tó o bá ti trigger nǹkan táwọn èèyàn bá bọ́ta sójà ò lè pa wá tó die na die. People are not even living. People are barely surviving. You get out of your gate in the morning, àwọn èèyàn ti tò síbẹ̀. Iṣẹ́ adìyẹ lèmi ṣe. Mi ò múṣẹ́ mi mọ́, mi ò náwó ìjọba. Bó owó tà ń pa àwọn èèyàn là ń lọ fún sí. Àwọn olórí burúkú tà náwó fún iná tí nǹkan kan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ládùúgbò, àwa ló máa kọ́kọ́ wá àtakò, wọn ló ń wa G-Wagon.
Exactly.
Ó ń wa Range Rover. Ń bọ́ láti kó owó ẹ̀jọ́.
Exactly.
Àwa tá a sùn tá a wo tó yẹ pé ṣe là ń sáré káàkiri. A ti mọ̀ pé ìlú tí poverty bá wà, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹun. Láṣẹ tún diversify wọbẹ̀ yẹn pé ẹ máa jẹun sẹ́ẹ̀. Kò sí bóyá fẹ́ wọ́n tó. Ẹ̀yin ló máa kọ́kọ́ àtàkà á ní mo lọ sí nílé mo lọ sí rí mọ́tò.
Mo ti rówó tó ń fún wa jẹ tán ní ká máa jẹ.
Channel wèrè yìí síbi tó bá yẹ kẹ́ channel ẹ̀ sí. Kẹ́ bá àwọn tó bá yẹ kẹ́ bá jàjà. Àwọn tó wà ní House of Assembly tó ṣe òfin pé you cannot sue the government. You know their houses. They live within you.
They do.
They live among you. Look for them. Bring them down. If we do not take this thing, if we do not allow it get out of hand, we go nowhere.
God bless you, princess. Can a nice night. Thank you so much. I have another caller. No, I just lost him. Okay, I think I got that back. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Maiyegun táwa mọ̀ tó lódodo.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ o, tá mọ̀ tó jódodo.
Làwa mọ̀ tó lódodo. Maiyegun diary.
Naim number one. Good evening,
sir. Àwọn èèyàn Rashidi tó ń táìpù sórí kìíní yẹn, ó dà gbogbo wọn fẹ́ ṣòfò. Ìpele mi mú wá lálẹ́ yìí o.
Ẹ jẹ́ kó máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ nǹkan tó bá dé nìyẹn.
Lórí show tí mo tẹ̀kọ̀ sáré wò for some seconds ẹ̀ ti Àbíkẹ́ Dábírí yẹn. Ó dùn mí gan because àwa náà ti ń dàgbà ti ń bímọ. But bó ṣe wà ẹnu ẹ̀ lòun náà wà ẹ̀.
Àbí?
Tó bá wà ní position láti lè help tó dẹ̀ wà ní position tí ó lè ṣe kó máa rántí pé òun náà bímọ ọjọ́ kan òun náà fojú sunkún àwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀. Because bákan làwọn kan ṣe wà ń bẹ̀ tó yẹ pé wọ́n ń wò pé àwọn bímọ ọmọ wọn jáde kó lu Nàìjíríà torí ìnira yẹn pọ̀. Ó dẹ̀ ọ̀zù ó lọ pé kóun lò kórè oko wálé ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ wá nídìí help ó dẹ̀ há sọ́hun yẹn ẹ̀dẹ̀ ignore ẹ̀ títí ọmọ yẹn fi kú bẹ́ẹ̀. Àbíkẹ́ Dábírí ó máa fojú sunkún ọmọ ni o. Gbogbo bí àwọn bí ọmọ ẹ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń rántí pé àwọn bí wọn báyìí tọ́wọ́n rí pé ọmọ ìyá àwọn dẹ̀ fẹ́ jèrè ẹ̀ táwọn rí jèrè ẹ̀ Àbíkẹ́ Dábírí bí wọn náà ṣe bó ṣe ní jèrè àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Àwọn oníjẹkújẹ torí bó ṣe wà ẹ tẹnu wọn nìkan lọ́mọ wọn pọ̀ gbogbo wọn pọ̀ ń bẹ̀ wọn kàn
jẹ́ kújẹ́ nǹkan tó tiẹ̀ máa ń dùn àwọn èèyàn jù kan tó ń dùn àwọn èèyàn jù ni pé ṣẹ̀rí tí wọ́n bá ṣe tí ọba offer help wọ́n máa ń ṣe bí gbàtẹ́ pé wọ́n ń ṣe wá lóore ni. Tí politicians bá ṣe nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé iṣẹ́ wọn ni o job description wọn sọ yìí pé take care of this, take care of that. You have to, again, embassy, you have to attend to the affairs of all your citizens in that country. It's your job. Now, they don't do it, right? When they manage to, they do it like they are doing us a favor.
Even America, I mean, in Nigeria embassy, in UK, by now, but man say, yeah, want to make buy put their calling, want to make want to be that brother. And people, you go about a lorry bruku ni one. And then máa yìí kí lorúkọ mínísítà olè iná olè lòun náà nà bọ̀ tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ kan rí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ yìí máa padà wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Ó ní tó bá tó time kan táwọn èèyàn bá rún jẹjẹ mọ́ ọmọ àmà káwọn ọmọlẹ́ kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ Dino Milai ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ yìí bóyá bíi 2 years ago.
That's
Only show dìgbà tí àwọn aráàlú wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ni wá ń ká àwọn mọ́lé ni. Because ó máa tó stage because I know I need responsibility and gbọ́ lórí àwọn ará Èkó because every day. I know that lọ Èkó àdìpá àwọn èèyàn ń suffer gbogbo pé wọ́n ṣògùn owó wọn kọ̀ ló ń para wọn.
Para wọn tó ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi fún àwọn destroy ara wọn.
Yeah, because economy poor àwọn èèyàn need oúnjẹ tẹ ní problem àwọn èèyàn báyìí. Ẹlòmíì gan sí bákan akọ ní owó tó máa kọ̀ fi jẹun ni o tó ń kọ̀ bẹ̀ sí gbọ́mọ for family kí n jọ kí n ṣàánú kìíní kan. But kò easy fáwọn náà bí ìkọlọ̀ ń ṣàánú àwọn náà ní bills a máa san but still a máa tún ìró bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé wọ́n dẹ̀ ní àwọn ìjọba tó ẹ̀ wọ́n lè ṣe gbogbo kìíní àmì kánsẹ́lọ̀ kan ládùúgbò wọn máa gara bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé òun lọ́lọ́run ni tó bá ti fún wọn ní bí i 10,000 wọ́n sì wọn máa kápá sókè níbẹ̀ kó ti ṣe wọ́n lóore ni kọ́ máa èèlò òun ni you know. I mean, come gbogbo nǹkan yìí, I mean.
It's unfortunate,
Ọlọ́run ó dùn wá gan but Ọlọ́run àbá àṣìṣe but èmi ní hope because àmọ́ tí wọ́n ti message kan mo pò wọlé ńgbà kan rí Nnamdi Kanu tó sọ pé òun máa padà wá sí Nàìjíríà but bákan ló ṣe lèèyàn ṣe máa padà wá ó dẹ̀ ti padà wá nìyẹn but èmi believe pé ìlérí Ọlọ́run máa ṣe because òun náà ti mention ẹ̀ èmi náà dẹ̀ ti rí pé tó bá padà wá sí Nàìjíríà things máa padà end up láti change mi ò sẹ́ wọ́n bọ́ ti fẹ́ play politically anyway but ìlérí Ọlọ́run máa ṣe lórí Nàìjíríà ti break already gbogbo ilé ìtọ́kàn ń ṣe wọ́n kàn ń try láti patch but Nàìjíríà ti lọ but kó tètè dáhùn lójú àwa ẹ̀ káwa náà lè rere bẹ̀ káwa dé rere àwọn ọmọ wa rere but Nàìjíríà ó ti lọ lágbára Ọlọ́run.
God bless you, Baba. Kò ní bàjẹ́. Nice one, Baba.
Yeah,
nice one.
You. All right. Good.
So I am sorry I didn't ask for his name, but trust me, I enjoyed this chat than the name I forgot. Okay, so I have a caller, and I think I've picked that. Hello.
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Prince on the line. It's been a while, Maiyegun.
Prince, again, too. So how are
Baba.
you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's great.
Kí ni Sanwoolu ti ẹ̀ sọ̀nà nítorí èmi bí nítorí.
Sanwoolu ní cowering for peace. He's not talking about justice, unfortunately.
Ta ló máa ń kọ script fáwọn people yìí náà? Ọ̀rẹ́ ìgbó wọn ò kóòtù ìwọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀ rárá.
But do you think so, Baba? Because you know what I think is playing according to the script. Wọ́n agree pé àwọn pa èèyàn.
Tó bá kọ script fún ẹ, tó bá kọ script. Ṣé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ṣó ti lọ wo interview tó grant
CNN and others.
Media CNN tó sọ tó ṣẹ̀ tí wá. You know what I just want to say? Tèmi bá dé Èkó lè ní tí bá rí convoy Sanwó-Olú tó kọjá, màá sókun fún.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Please.
What Lagosians should do now? No, Maiyegun, let me tell you something. See, what Lagosians should do. Pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó sọ yìí, ó yẹ kó sọ̀kò fún máa.
No doubt.
Ẹn tó yẹ kó sọ̀kò pa. Maiyegun, I'm telling you, ẹn tó ń sọ̀kò pa ni bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn. It's almost like kò ní brains here.
Ambode told everybody about him. You remember? That's why I said everything going on right now, Baba, is the script. Is the script they want to act. Pretend that this didn't happen. Then at the same time, pretend that, we need unity. How can there be unity without justice? Only in Nigeria. People say, forget it. Eja, come together. Eja, come together.
That is the pain of Nigerian problem. The grievances of the Southwest today, the eastern part of Nigeria, everybody, even Boko Haram, our agitators, all those people you see from every part of the country, the reason why a lot of them feel cheated is because there's never been justice. No justice. When you begin to sweep things under the carpet every time, what do you think? When you compare it, just take a look at your own circle, your own family of procreation itself. If you have a father, if you are a father and you have 2 children, and each time something happens, you don't clear the hair. You just sweep everything under the carpet.
Things and
what do you think will happen to those children? After some time, they won't come to you for anything again. They won't tell you anything. They will handle it their own way. That is the reason why you see all those people rising, because there is so much injustice in the land.
No doubt.
And when the wicked rule, the land, there will be no peace. There will be no peace. And that's what you find in this government. There's no peace. And there can never be peace because there's no justice in the first place. So what are we talking about?
They are not taking responsibility as well, Prince. They are not taking responsibility. You know, responsibility. Go on.
I'm sorry I'm saying this on your platform. The Gauchers should stand up and stone Sanwoolu. They should stone his convoy anywhere they see him. They should stone that convoy. Choboma want no traffic. Stone his convoy. Do you know how many people that died? Your own pathologist is going to take exactly. And you now say people should come and work for peace. What's who? So if some of those celebrity comedians now, they come out and work for peace, do you think they will go back to their own to go and sleep and rest? Do they even know the mind of some people? Maiyegun, do you know that some people are still having the emotional trauma of what they saw that night?
I mean, if you witness people falling off and then you saw the trauma of people who died and you managed to escape, that's one thing I said though, Prince. I said this issue of NSAS, right, is bigger than just the shooting and killing. The trauma of those who survived, the trauma, nobody is looking into that. Same thing with those who are being kidnapped, Prince. They will say, oh, they've released all the 15 girls. Oh, they've released all the 30 people kidnapped. Nobody is talking about the trauma that the victims suffers for the rest of their lives. Nobody cares, do they?
Who knows that? Who knows that? Maiyegun, it is what my brother. I just decided to call him because it's been a while. For the past 2-3 months, I haven't called him. You know, everyone has got their own thing, but I was just like, I will call him today.
Thank you
so much. I wish you the best, Maiyegun. Continue,
I will. Thanks so much, Baba. Nice one.
All the best.
Nice one. Yeah. So that's the Prince there. I have another caller. I am sorry if did I get that on? Sorry. Oh, hello.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening, sir.
Maiyegun General, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We appreciate your program.
Thanks,
we appreciate the Temple of Truth. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Let's say that first and foremost. This is Nobody calling from London.
Nobody, my brother. I want to argue right now because you know every time I see your comments, right, the first thing that comes to me right away is that your face, right?
Yes,
because
sir.
The fact that we met in London, I have never forgotten that face. So every time I see you on my program and I hear your voice, I always want to give you a call. But thanks, Nobody.
We're always listening. And we, as I said, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
We look at what is going on in Lagos as we speak. Sanwoolu, as you call him, is there trying to present some facts which are the lie. And the only thing the lie fears is the truth. And someone like you is spreading the truth.
That's right.
Which will hit us all, whether we want to or we don't. Whether you're young, whether you're old, you will understand the truth. And when you come to that understanding, you will know to do something.
That's right.
So keep doing what you're doing. All those who attempt to phone in, all those who are willing to do something, whatever it is, do something.
Just do something.
Don't just sit on your hands.
That's
do whatever you feel you can do. Just do something.
Just do something.
Because those people who died on the 20th of the 10/20, they can no longer do anything. The only thing that could speak out is their blood, which is still on the street unanswered. And as we see it, revolution comes in waves. We've only seen the first wave. More waves are coming. And the wave will come that will completely take away these nonsense people. And as I said, keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate
keep doing what I'm doing. Thank you so much, my brother. Nobody is one of those that I love your anthem. By the way, do something. Don't sit on your hands. Just do something. Organize. Talk to people. Mobilize. Or at the end of the day, it's gonna mean something and it's gonna make a difference. Nobody. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
You have a good evening. Yeah, I like that. Do something. Just don't talk. Complain. Do something and at least let's see you doing something. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You are live. Your name?
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you. Yeah. Ekale,
sir.
mo wá to church ìjẹta pastor ẹpẹ dé
ẹ má bínú àwọn ká ṣàrí pé tá bá tó pẹpẹ ètò tán ká má gbọ́dọ̀ sọ pé à ń gbàgbé nǹkan kan sẹ́yìn ó bẹ́tà ká pẹ́ dé ju pé ká dé tán ká gbàgbé nǹkan sẹ́yìn but thank you very much sir.
Yeah, well done ẹ kúṣẹ́.
Yes sir.
Yeah, because please, I want to say this again. Please,
yes, sir.
Don't stop. Okay, right. So don't stop at all. Don't stop, and other people, they shouldn't stop as well because you are the face. When you guys stop, everything dies. Please, don't stop.
We won't.
Because what you are doing,
yes, sir,
is rattling them. I can tell you. Okay. Now, what I want to say is this: the video you show about Abike Dabiri tonight.
So Fitunu Babalola.
Oh yes, it doesn't surprise me. Okay, even the Tunu Babalola that died in Ivory Coast doesn't surprise me. All these things that don't surprise me in Nigeria anymore. I'm expecting even worse than that.
No, you've seen it all.
Because the truth of the matter is this. The government of Nigeria, the way it is constituted, not only this government, the way they've been constituted, especially since 1999,
that's right,
is criminal. It's criminal. They were criminally constituted. Any Nigerian that wake up in the morning that think he has a leader or he has a government is a fool. He's deceiving himself.
It's not hard.
That's right. Everybody went into
sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you in there, right? People said Nigerians who always say they are proud Nigerians. But if they look at it in context, if they contextualize it, right, you realize that you provide your own electricity, you provide your own water, you provide your own healthcare, you provide your own education, you provide your own security, you provide your own housing. And then you turn around, you know that you are actually an average Nigerian is a mini local government on his own. One person like this is a mini local government. Then you turn around and you say, you are a proud Nigerian. You shouldn't be a proud Nigerian. You should be a proud idiot.
Okay, Maiyegun, I like it. Let me explain. Let me explain that.
All right, sir.
You know, for example, now, you always say something. You always talk about Mumu lecture. You see, let me tell you.
They are the Abroadians.
Let me tell you the reality. The reality in Nigeria is this. There is stark illiterates and there is illiteracy of educationists. Majority of the people that go to school, right from the professors in Nigeria, even the professors in Nigeria themselves, they are illiteracy of educationists. Because let me tell you something. Okay, you look at Nigeria. The federal government of Nigeria, who is looking after every affairs of Nigeria, is a ghost.
Photo.
Nigeria, federal government of Nigeria is a ghost.
Like this, sir.
You tell me the people.
Nigeria president now photo. Everybody go snap photo with that. Say our president is snap photo with the Bishop of Archbishop of Canterbury. Hey, snap photo with the Rogers. Hey, snap photo with this one. Now president now photo on a vote. The president is now a picture. Photo. Not be juju be that.
Yes.
Juju be that.
Yes. Yes.
Continue,
that's
sir.
Right. You see, yes, because if you look at it from this angle, if you look at the revenue of Nigeria, the federal government of Nigeria alone is taking 60%. It will take mad people to leave their resources in the hand of ghosts. You see, you tell me the people of federal government of Nigeria, or the land of federal government of Nigeria, and it's taking 65% of Nigerian revenue. The 36 states, everybody can continue blaming all these governors, for example. They can continue blaming them. All these governors, 36 states of Nigeria, they are sharing about 24% of the federations. Then the local government, 840 or 850 of them is sharing around 774. They are sharing 18%. We've already defeated ourselves already. Okay? And those one who are benefiting from this system, they won't like to relinquish. The solution is that we're going to oh yes, let's break this thing down. But the truth of the matter is that those one who are benefiting from it, they won't relinquish the power. This thing will turn to fight eventually, because the frustrations level is going to come.
Sir, this fight, you see, this fight of a thing, right? Some people said is a two-way thing, right?
Yes.
Number one,
yes.
There's going to be an upheaval that could spread so wide and cover the entire country, a civil revolution. Or from after that, if Nigeria usual way of trying to crush protests and all of that, and it snowballed into armed revolution, that then Nigeria is then at the edge of breaking up. Some people said the violent part of it is not going to be violently introduced. It will be a sort of a revolution reaction, spontaneous reaction that, oh boy, we don't tire, we don't fit take them anymore. And people will just erupt.
No,
do you think that's possible, sir?
Hello? Yes. Yeah, listen, this is what is going to happen. You know, I told you before that any tribe like Yoruba people now, if they don't want to face the catastrophe that is coming, they should unite and divide and come out with what they want within the context of Nigeria before it is too late. Okay, the same thing with the Igbo or Bini, Ijo, Oron or Kalabari and so on. They should decide what they want before the catastrophe comes. Because the truth of the matter is this: like I told you, human beings are animals. Okay, and they need the resources to survive. That resources to survive is land and water. What is causing all this whatever? All these bastards are coming from the Sahel regions. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? They are coming to grab the land
and water.
Okay.
No wonder they have water resources law or bill in Nigeria to see their way all the waterways of Nigeria to federal government. You said something earlier, sir. You said, who are the people of federal government? Does federal government have its own people other than Nigerians who are scattered in the states?
No. Now, and this federal government, when they have all the money, it will come to your state, Sanwoolu State, River State, Enugu State, Ogun State, and so on, Lagos State. They took all the money. When they took all the money, they took it to Abuja. They will not be behaving like an emperor.
Yeah, now, Father Christmas.
Okay. Then, for example, now let me give you another example. I've already given you this example before, and that is why we cannot survive. Now you got 500, less than 1,000 people at the National Assembly. Okay, and the money they are taking out, apart from the corruption side of it, they will take almost 300 billion naira out from the federation account
every year.
Oyo State is population. Oyo State is populations of around 8 million to 10 million people.
That's right.
Okay, in this federation account, Oyo State will take around 60 billion out. How do you work that one out? One thug. Somebody will go and kill election, go and join PDP or APC. Win the election to the National Assembly, getting 30 million naira per month, 40 million naira per month. A professor is taking less than 200,000 or 300,000 per month. Does that make any
justify that?
That's why we need to use our common sense. Nigeria is blackmailing black race. We don't use our sense. We don't use our brain. Okay, and
thank you so much, sir. Let me take another call. It's always refreshing listening to you.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, thank you so much. You have a good evening, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's Sir Olaoluwa, veteran of Maiyegun General Politico. I know. I have another caller, by the way. Hello.
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Thank God I got through. I know say people plenty.
I know. I'm happy.
I think you get the voice now. You get the voice now.
JJ, the one unofficial FBI, DSS, CIA for the Temple of Truth.
This one is not even official. Let's
it's unofficial because we're not supposed to declare you And the last time, the last couple of times you have appeared on Maiyegun General Politico, you have stuck to JJ. Usually you give me different names for different reasons, right? But you've stuck to JJ.
Yeah.
You always have something for us. Please.
Yeah. Brother, have you ever thought about what is going on, the breeze that is blowing around the Africas now? I think everybody is just complaining about Nigeria's situation, our politicians. There's a playbook, and the playbook is very simple. And it has started since about 7 years ago, before some country decided to exit EU. And after they exit the EU, one of their leaders, who happened to be a madam, come on direct and go to Nigeria. They discussed something in Africa, blah, 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 blah. The woman went back. All of a sudden, she was removed, and they put another person in. Now, look at it this way. I'm giving you the scenario. What is happening now? Some people decided to hand over their own country into the hand of that kind of woman. This is our plan. Would you back us? And the woman took it back to his people. Okay, whatever you do, we'll also talk to our friends in other side. They will close their eye. Everybody close their eye. When you look at everything that is happened today, as you used to say, if there's no wahala, UN will never involve. No. We all know that. You understand. But they can involve without no wahala. It has happened before. Trust me. There's a playbook. This is why I call everything playbook. Now look at what is happening now in Africa since about 3 or 4 or 5 years now. You will see a new change, the wave of regime change in a brutal way, in a corny way. Let me put it like the old style of the colonialism, those neo-colonialism style. Remove them, give some people order, let them remove whoever is not
there to overthrow.
Now, the soldier will come in, he will remove them. Look at what happened in the recent one about 2 months ago or a month ago, Sudan. Do you know what caused it, brother? I'll tell you this. It's a gist. It's a gist. Where I'm going is where I'm already near now. Sudan. All of a sudden, some people carry khaki, they enter, remove the person that is there. Do you know the reason? Has anybody ever think about the reason why they removed the guy? And they have to bring him back now. Make a deal with him and bring him back. Because the guy concluded in his mind that, okay, the former president, I'm handing it over to Ike.
Right.
Are you seeing the plain book? Then what happened next? The Oga, all those khaki boys, okay, they remove him. You cannot stay there anymore. How can you hand over our this? Okay, they remove him. And when the whole world pretend that, they are being concerned, those people now make the deal with the guy so that the country can be in peace. Brother, mark my word, between now and the next 2023, we want to, there will be no election in Nigeria, and what is coming up will be a Sudan matter.
JJ.
Do you know the reason why I'm giving you this analysis?
Tell me.
Now, you have talked, you just said it all, and I'm giving you the final. It's like when you do the analysis, you give the conclusion. The conclusion is what I'm giving you. Our boy, our brother, from make we call them our brother from the Ukioya, from the north. They don't want restructuring.
They don't.
They don't want separation.
No.
Next year, up to now, they won't do election for 1.5 years coming, isn't it? Yep. The election is in 1.5 years. Let's put it that way. But up to now, there's no a single person who can come out and say he won't put sign board. Who do they want to feature for the election? Are you understand? Is he a Southerner? Who is among the Southerner that is qualified, that can unify, or that will keep what they have started?
To let them continue whatever they are doing. Right? So whoever is going to help them sustain it. It's like Tifnumbu is going to help them sustain it. They are reassuring him that they don't trust him.
No. Brother, don't let us make mistake. You need to understand this Tinubu might be bad. Trust me, brother. I will not defend him on that. Yeah. But if the day they sign and you sworn that in your hand, the moment Buhari is come out, what happened to Jonathan is what will happen to him. But he said it. He said it immediately as he was returning. Nobody even recognized. If you understand, that's what will happen. So in that case, they know it by themselves. They will never allow Tinubu to Tinubu is a deleted matter. Forget. Really? Except if he wants to die. Now, who is among the Southerners that can help them to keep what they have started, the plan, the destruction of the Africans, the playbook of the West that is existing in Nigeria now? Brother, are you getting my pictures now?
I'm with you. You just asked me a bigger question, and there's no name that comes to my mind. I can't see any name. That's why I mentioned Tinubu. I can't see any Southerner that can pull any force in any way.
Now, the guys over in the north don't trust anybody from the south.
That one is on.
Now, if they don't trust anybody, if they eventually feature anybody from the south by next year to go and sit for the exam, what will now happen is that you will see some hooliganism. Brother, there's something we need to understand. When the answers come last time, there's some playbook that they play. There's some joker. And the joker was first, look for who you can buy. If you can't buy them, okay, intimidate them. How do you intimidate them? Use the force. The force fail. Okay, let's move in some hooligans. They move in some hooligans. Those ones fail. But what is the next thing? That is why you see them in mess today. The same thing is what will happen to the political arena by this time of next year when everything happens. Because they will instigate the Southerners. They will instigate the Southerners against Southerners. We no go agree. Before you know, our Kaki brothers will come in
on the streets.
This is the conclusion of everything that you have been analyzing.
So power change.
Mark my word. Mark my word. This election will be truncated because why? The trust is being lost. Even the Northerners is saying you have made us to lose our political power.
That's what they said. They said Buhari has made them lose that political power.
Brother, don't think those words are cheap or are light. Some of us might be sitting down looking, but this is what will happen. Because now, let us say, okay, they now succeed now. The election is going to hold. Let's look at the scenario after the election.
Which many are not even thinking about. Many are not even thinking about that. They are. I'm with you, JJ.
Scenario after the election, hand over the government to somebody else now. Let's say they now succeed. They manage to do it, package anything, anyhow. Do you think all those Al-Qaeda brothers from the Sahel, from the desert, who have already camping in the north, will leave there and go back to where they're coming from?
Go back to where they come from, just like that. JJ.
Is it possible?
JJ, thank you so much. Let me take my last call. It's been a pleasure hearing from you again. People who don't know JJ, JJ likes to talk in parables, in corner. I will be going here and there.
No, it's
if
a code. We call it code.
You get lost. I get that, JJ. You have a good evening. JJ is always like that too. If he starts his talk, it will take you here, take you there. But if you pay attention very well, you'll get to know where he's really going. And I think many of you got that now, yeah? Hello there.
Hi, Maiyegun. How you doing, brother?
I am very well. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you, my brother. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Oh, from Houston. I don't know, somehow, right? Immediately I heard your voice. Somehow I just felt like this is US, and it must be Houston because it sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for the job that you're doing.
You're welcome.
You're actually enlightening a lot of people. It's difficult to actually direct Nigerian brain and energy towards what you are saying. It's difficult for Nigerians to actually accept what you are doing, what you are saying, because of the way the country is. It's difficult for people to actually relate with you. But that being said, thank you. I just want you to know that a lot of people listen to you. The other time I went to the one of the shipping companies to send something to Nigeria, and I actually saw a Igbo man. Igbo man was listening to you live on his phone. You know, so I was like, you listen to my He said, yeah. I said, wow, Igbo man. You know, so that is in Lagos, you said. So that is the extent of, you know, that's how wide and how broad your broadcast is going. So don't think that people don't listen. Millions are listening to you, my brother. So keep doing what you are doing. Just a word of encouragement.
Thank you.
There's something about you see this NSAS thing, right? One thing that you always say, most of the elite in Nigeria, most of the educated people in Nigeria, you always call them illiterate, something like educated illiterate or something.
No, poor people with money. You know what I mean? Poverty of the mind.
Poverty of the mind. So we have people that claim that they're educated in Nigeria, but they actually don't know anything. So look at Sanwoolu now. He embarrassed himself today. And you know, even a common layman, if you put one and two together, you should know that they should tell Sanwoolu that you can't call those guys to come and march with you. They will not march with you. You should know that already before you go on a national TV and make that kind of broadcast and just jubilate yourself. Fast, Macaroni, Shehu Kuti, all those guys are the guys that were leading the NSAS thing. And when they finish the NSAS thing, they created they're going to do like a panel or whatever. They finished the panel. Lai Mohammed, she was against the panel. Wow, everybody's talking against this thing. And all of a sudden, you are coming to say those guys should come and march with you. I don't understand how these people think. Now, those guys came out at the decline that they don't want to now. They just rubbish you. The calculation, the way they think, they just believe that everybody in Nigeria don't have sense.
It's dumb, exactly.
That's the way that's the way these politicians think. They believe that people don't think. So that's why they can come out and just disgrace themselves. They behave like they don't even have family, or maybe they don't have children, or their children's friends are not even asking them questions. Why they can come out and just behave the way they behave like crazy people. One thing that I personally like about the NSAS thing is, my brother, whether we like it or not, NSAS actually demarket Tinubu and APC.
A lot.
NSAS demarket Tinubu to the lowest. And even the governor himself, NSAS was a bad agitation for them.
They mismanaged it now. Come on. Lagos was so peaceful until they brought those thugs to allow until they brought those thugs everywhere.
And if can say that they want to use Tinubu, even if we have any strong political party, I don't see APC winning Lagos after NSAS. Honestly,
in a free fair election, no, they can't.
That APC can even win it. You know, because we have weak political parties. If you want any democracy to be strong, you have to have a very strong opposition party.
Very strong opposition.
So if you ridicule all the opposition parties, then it's going to be like a one-party system. That's the only thing that Tinubu is enjoying in Lagos. And NSAS came and ridiculed Tinubu, demarcated him, but do we have another political party that can take advantage of that? We don't have it. And that is what Shemu keep on saying, that it's not about shouting, it's not about fighting, it's about let us organize ourselves. At the end of the day, we should be able to gain something out of this NSAS thing, this NSAS movement. We should be able to get something out of it, and it's about organizing ourselves. Without that, there will still be Tinubu and all that. But one thing I like about NSAS thing is, I just love the fact that, you know, NSAS demarket Tinubu is a bad market.
You know what me I like about it? You know what me I like about it a lot is that it's not going away. See, these guys are spending a lot. They are working like, on steroids. People like, Jackie on steroids, right? They are working to make this NSAS go away. For us to just say, Forget that one, Jared. It's not going away. And like you said, it should be a big demarketing for Tinubu. But we're about to see that anyway. We're about to see.
Well, we just have to keep. I don't know. To be honest with you, Maiyegun, I don't know how Nigeria is. I don't know if we can see a better Nigeria.
That's a big one.
The way it's going, even the people can't even look at the Sunday. Sunday has been locked up for how many months now? But I'm telling you that there's no group, there's no Yoruba group, any that I've seen that stand up and carry one placard and say free Sunday. I've not seen anything like that.
In fairness,
what is going on?
In fairness to them, right? Apart from being hunted down by the Nigerian system that continue to arrest them, to kill them and all of that, right? We have seen many, well, let me just put it this way. I've seen about 2 times that our people, even in Ibadan, they have staged a walkout, a protest for demanding for the release of
you need more of that. Look at how the East people are rallying over Maiyegun and the country. They're shouting, they're fighting for him. They should release him. Now they've locked up Sunday. Sunday has been fighting for the Yoruba people. And now, apart from the people protesting in US, the Yorubas in Nigeria have not seen enough of they're not fighting for this guy. They're not fighting for this only guy, apart from you shouting every day on your platform. Nobody is shouting that they should free the guy. The guy has been put on the bench for how many months? No protest, no agitation, nothing. Why can't they lock up the whole South West because of this guy? But nobody is protesting. Election is going. Everybody is talking. Everything is free. Everybody is doing whatever they like. But the guy is they locked him up for how many months now? No agitation, nothing. You are shouting. You are doing your part. You are talking about it every day. That's how it should be. But apart from you, which platform, which group, are they disturbing the government of the Yoruba land concerning this Sunday? They're not doing anything like that. The governors are doing whatever they're doing. Sheyima Pinde is enjoying himself. Nobody is stressing him out. But the guy has been locked up. Anyway, God bless you, my brother.
I'm with you. Thank you so much, for your time tonight. It's been a pleasure talking to you, by the way. But you didn't give me your name. You didn't tell us. Or you didn't want to. Oh, I think I've lost him. That is where we're going to draw the curtains tonight. We've managed to spend over 2 hours, right? Thank you to every one of you who stayed back to this time. Since the time changed, since the Nigerian and the UK time changed, I have been kind of confusing my viewers. They don't know when. When is Maiyegun going to be live? When is it live again? Is it 10 o'clock? Is it 9 o'clock? However, we'll manage it as it is. So if you are just joining, don't worry. You can watch the program from the start all over again. It's detailed. And the calling part, where people actually express themselves about the whole topic, is also even more interesting. Take your time to watch, okay? My friends on YouTube, just before you go, give me that thumb up under that video. Subscribe, share it. My friends on Facebook, thanks for your time. Joke Ade, nobody. You see, Yinka, and every one of you who actually dropped in your super chat or super sticker, I say thank you to you. I'm going to see you some other time, okay? Stay safe and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ̀ bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá.